Hey guys, just doing another video on the IGS PGM. These boards that I've got in front of me are made by Mr. Fluffy from Arcade Projects Forum. He's made his own working boards that can run in a PGM motherboard. These boards are for the cave shooters, so you can run all three on these boards. You don't need a donor anymore now, so you don't need to grab one of these guys, which this is an IGS made board, so there's no donors anymore. You don't need to kill a good game, which is huge, and you're not running any of the parts with the 3.3 volt flash chips with 5 volt IO. You're not doing any of that either, because it just uses standard 27C 3-2 EPROMs, which are all 5 volt. So these are Fluffy's boards. This is what they look like. There's two boards. You've got the program board, which runs main program code, and then you've got basically the graphics and sound data on this other board. So this is what the boards look like. These are unpopulated. I haven't had a chance to do these yet, but I also have ones that I've prepared earlier. These are my test boards. These aren't the newest revision that Fluffy's done, but as you can see, everything is socketed on both boards, on program and graphics data. When you're actually going to put these boards together, you can't actually have sockets on this board with the graphics data, or else the chips sit too high so they don't fit in a real case. These, I just plug them together. You can actually see I've just got little standoffs in the corner. Just plug them like that, and then just plug it into the actual into the motherboard, and then test it that way. Then when I know that all the chips work, I can take the chips out and then solder them straight into a PCB. But yeah, I just wanted to do a short video about them. They work absolutely brilliantly. I take my hat off to him. He's done an absolute brilliant job. And if this is all if this is what starts, I look forward to what we can do in the next few years. I'm working on a Demon Front-like reproduction cart, so it's not a real reproduction. It's sort of in the middle. My hope is one day to either release a board that adds onto Fluffy's boards, onto these, or to actually design a whole new board that will do the games that need the onboard processor for the CPU. So that's Demon Front, Martial Masters, SVG, The Gladiator, Road of the Sword. There's quite a few games that run the ASIC on board, which is this guy here. This is a real board. This guy here, this is the protected CPU, the ARM7. It works as copy protection, but on later games it's used as the actual CPU. It runs at 40 meg, so it's quite a quick little guy. And it has extra memory and all sorts of stuff to that. But that's what I'm working on. Where am I with it? Not ready to release it just yet. It's very slow. I've had to make little PCBs. This is one of the little PCBs that I made for it. This is version 0.3. I'm probably going to have to do a 0.4 or 0.5. But they do work. I've got an earlier version here. This is my earlier one. For testing, this is just version 0.1, but it did work, which was great right out of the box, so I was really happy with that. So there you go, guys. There's some work I'm doing, and there's some work that Fluffy has done and is still doing. If you want these boards, head over to Arcade Projects Forum, and you go into the PGM section, and there's a whole forum subgroup there dedicated to the PGM, and that's where you'll find these boards. So if you want some, or you've got more questions on them, etc., go in there. You can talk to Fluffy or talk to one of the other guys. I also hang out there sometimes, so it's another way to message me, as well as GC8 Tech, obviously. Anyway, guys, just a short video. Thanks for watching.